And it looks like we are live. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. It is, at least in this part of the world, Wednesday, November 13th. It is the 8th week of the Kubernetes 117 release. This is one of our Wednesday burn down meetings. My name is Guinevere Sanger. I will be your host today. Please treat each other with kindness as we are under Kubernetes code of conduct. Place your name in the attendance sheet just so we can get some numbers. And as code freeze is tomorrow and our enhancements team has been scrambling the last few days, let's hear from them.
Good morning, afternoon / evening, everyone. So we are currently yellow. Actually, we might be between yellow and red. We will discuss about it sometime later. We are currently tracking 35 enhancements, and out of them, 15 enhancements are at risk. Mostly because they have open PRs, and since only 2 days are left to code freeze, there is limited reviewer bandwidth. And we have started reaching out to all the enhancement assignees about the impending code freeze. And 2 of them have already reverted back saying they might not be able to make it by the code freeze, asking for removal from this milestone. And 1 enhancement has been deferred to the next milestone. That's all as of now.
You're muted, Gwen.
Muted. Yeah, I heard about that. And I think at this point, I actually don't remember what the numbers were for the last release at Code Freeze. It is also the week before KubeCon, which may impact the numbers somewhat. However, I do think that especially on some of these, we should if you could all make a list of which enhancements didn't make it because of approver bandwidth. I think that should go into our
retro notes.
And we need to funnel that to SIG contribx and the SIGs in question, because at least I have seen some of these things that are absolutely not acceptable. I have heard from some SIGs that they're like, well, this enhancement isn't tied to a milestone, which I don't even understand how that makes sense. Because it is SIGs that place features into milestones. Anyway, it sounds like we need a little bit more clarity and a little bit more direction for some of those SIGs. So if we can get the collection of those, but let's see what happens before end of day tomorrow. What can I do to help with that?
Honestly, we can probably like wrangle up the ones that have already been LGTM'd, and if they're just seeking approval bandwidth, funnel those to you to possibly go poke people, or we can go poke people.
Yes, I am happy to poke people. I will send. I'm at the point of sending DMs to SIG leads.
Just this from our stats from the 116 release, almost half were removed, either deferred or kicked out. So we're not too far off from that benchmark. Good.
Okay. I feel a little bit better. I was just like, that's a lot of cuts. And I'm like, if that's normal, then I feel a little bit better, but it's still a bummer in some of these cases. Jeffrey.
So I'm curious about 2 things. One, how many of these are carryovers from the previous release? And 2, are the same SIGs having the same problems with reviewer and approver bandwidth? Like, is there data that we can use to be like, y'all need more approvers, y'all need to get more people going in your SIG? Because I think that would be like a really good metric for them to see.
We don't have a good compiled list of that stuff. There's some information, and it's like going back to the previous spreadsheets, we can find, features and manually map them to the current ones, but it'd be essentially a bunch of manual reconciliation.
I hear you're good at that.
Yeah, but that's a post-KubeCon task for me.
Absolutely.
I completely agree.
This is a post code freeze and after of next week type of deal. But yeah, I think you're right, Jeff. I want carryovers and problem SIGs, for lack of a better term. Did I see you did? Nee, were you going to say something?
Sorry, no.
No worries.
Okay. So Jeremy, you said you have like bandwidth to look at this stuff? Okay, cool. There is the tracking spreadsheet for the 115 release. And here is the one from the 116 release. And those two, we'd be looking at just the ones that are set for the remove from milestone.
Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that.
Thank you. Actually,
Awesome.
should we create an issue for tracking?
Yes, please. And put it on the board. Very cool. All right. So we will work together to hopefully get some final approvals. And other than that, we'll do some milestone chopping at the end of day tomorrow. I'm happy to do that as I sit at the western edge of the time zones. Very cool. So I also saw some disturbing news from CI Signal. Yay! It's the week before KubeCon and all hell breaks loose. This is great.
Oh yeah, it's actually, yeah, we're red right now, but it's I would say it's like very, very temporary. So like 12 hours ago, there was a merge that basically merge of a PR in Kubernetes that like restructured the license files which basically like open like the hell from in all the jobs. So there's like pretty much all the jobs that are red right now are because of that. So there's like a test startup issue, so the tests don't even start for like most of the jobs. But yeah, I think it was already picked up by the people that it's supposed to be picked up. So I hope that it's gonna get resolved soon. Yeah, that's pretty much the only update I have today.
Great. I'm really happy it's happening this week and not next or release week. So let's just check in on this on Friday.
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions for Elena? Great. Thanks. Bug triage. Yes, this is the best. I love it. I'm not muted. No, never mind. Let's hear from bug triage.
Josiah, are you there? Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you. Let's see.
Okay.
I'll
give him just a second more.
You seem to not be muted, but we cannot hear you. Can you act in chat if you hear us? Let's give him a couple minutes and let's hear from Docs instead. We can round back later. Anyone hear from Docs? I believe.
Hi, Gwyn.
Hi.
So coming from the docs update, we are running green now.
Yes.
So yes, we are green. And the update is that we have 37 enhancements happening right now, and we have 14 merged already. And considering the deadline of ready for review on November 15th, we have 2 days from now. So we have 12 already ready for review, and we have 11 in draft. So out of 11, I see again 7 PRs at risk for code freeze tomorrow. So it's a bit of chaos for us. So still they are in risk. So other than that, we are good.
Okay. think it might also be, let me think about that. And let me know, and I think people have until end of day on Friday for this one. I think, am I right or am I totally mistaken here?
But I also see few enhancements like already dropped from the milestone and deferred in the enhancement. So those are like almost 3 to 4 already.
Yeah,
So I
of
think
those
the
eight,
enhancement would get down from 37 to something 33 or 34.
right. Let's see. Yeah, so the docs deadline is a day after code freeze. So on Friday, get in touch with me and, or well, on your Friday, let me know what the state of affairs is, and then I can pick it up. Is there, who on the docs team is in a more Western time zone?
I think
Check.
I need to check with it because we have like Irvi from China and then Paul from US. Okay, I'll just ask them based on the like if they on their availability. I'll ask them to update you, or else I'll just drop a message to you on Friday.
Absolutely, that sounds great. Thank you so much. All right.
I can go for bug triage if you want.
Awesome. Yep. Let's run back to bug triage.
Thank you. Sorry about the confusion. For non-open, open non-test, we are at 11. That is down 1 from last meeting. Priority critical urgent, we are holding at 2, no change. Priority important soon, we are at 5. That is down 1. For PRs, we have open PRs 33. That is up 6 from our last. Priority critical, it's holding at 3, no change. Priority important, 18, no change. And open KK issues, including tests and flakes, that is 26, that's down 7. We have a lot in flight, so this should all be temporary. By the way, our status is red, but that is all temporary. So we're just doing a lot of pinging and moving a lot of things out today. That is all from bug triage.
It's definitely on brand, and I'm not too worried at this point in the release.
Agreed.
Any question for bug triage? Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, bug triage. Let's move on to, release notes. I believe somebody couldn't make it. I can't remember.
Chris couldn't make it because of prod issues.
Yeah. Okay. But we should be on. On track for release notes. He mentioned that earlier. Let's move on to comms with Karen. Hi.
Hello, Karen here from the comms team. I'm a shadow. We are currently green and we've divided all the SIGs up between the shadows, and we'll be reaching out tomorrow to coordinate blogs. So be on the lookout for that. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And good luck with, let us know if any of us can track down some people at the Contributor Summit.
Okay, perfect.
Because I'm thinking that everyone's like, no, I have to do slides for KubeCon.
Yeah. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Usually it's just like a sentence or two from people updating us.
Sure. It's just like, that one more thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And release branch management with Stephen. Is Stephen on the call? All right. Do we have anyone from branch management? We are having an upcoming cut on Monday. So beginning of KubeCon, we are also releasing a branch. So that'll be pretty exciting. Man, I feel like this is a missed opportunity. We should have just done this live at KubeCon in a session at Contributor Summit. Wow, I can't believe no one thought of that. That's very sad. Anyway, moving along. Claire, Emeritus Lead.
No updates from me.
Awesome. Thanks. I have the usual updates. Oh, I actually do have a couple of things to think about. So, first of all, it is KubeCon next week. On Monday, there will be no release team meeting. It is the contributor summit, and there is just not really a good way for us to have a meeting. On Wednesday, we will have a meeting, and it is okay if we have a skeleton crew. But I will attempt to have the meeting on Wednesday, but not on Monday. The week after is Thanksgiving. I haven't quite figured out what the schedule will look like, but we will most definitely not have a meeting the Friday after Thanksgiving. Or, well, I don't know about most definitely, but I'm tending towards no. Again, I apologize for the extreme U.S. centricness of these release meetings. Anyway, I'll think about the Thanksgiving week. Then code freeze is tomorrow, as everyone knows. And what is the other thing that I meant to mention? Docs ready for review is Friday. Oh, yes. If you are in a lead role on this team, now is a time to start thinking about who you might want to have as your successor for the 118 release. If you are attending KubeCon, it might be a good place and time to look around and talk to people directly and kind of get a gauge for how they would feel taking on the responsibility in addition to all the work of being on the release team. And that is it for my updates. Any questions? All right. Anything somebody wants to talk about?
Wednesday, next Wednesday's update for the people that'll be on KubeCon. Do you want to all get together like in a conference area and have the meeting? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I will definitely try and make that happen. It's going to be like the larger KubeCon, so I don't know if I can just randomly book a conference room. But you know, maybe we can hijack the speaker lounge, or I don't know. That sounds maybe we can hijack a corner somewhere and just sort of, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's possible.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? All right, great. I will see all of you on Friday. And good luck with those bugs. Good luck with those docs. And we will do some coordination in SIG release channel on those enhancements. Sounds good? Awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.